everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla Rose and this is my channel. So on my last singing tips video, I noticed that I got quite a few comments wanting some clarification on things or advice on more than what I described in the video. So I'm going to give you a few more tips based on the comments that I saw in the last video and also some questions that I got from Instagram. Also got a crazy amount of comments on my last singing tips video saying the key is to already have a really good voice. The video that I showed was already my 1-year progress video. You didn't see the very first video that I ever did singing. Trust me, when I actually started, I sucked. Don't think that that was the first video that I ever posted of me singing, because it definitely wasn't. That was already after 1 year of me actually trying to progress. I'm so into you, I can barely I can't say! I'm so into you, I can barely breathe. And all I wanna do is to fall in deep. So baby, come light me up, and baby, I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby, that's how I want it. I think I left my conscience on your front doorstep. Ooh, wait a minute. But I'm here right now, just sitting on a cloud. Oh wow, right here, right now with you. Oh wow, oh wow. Hold on, wait a minute. Feel my heart's attention. Hold on, wait a minute. I left my consciousness in the 6th dimension. Left my soul in his vision. Let's go get it. Oh, I'll do a Sia song. Party girls, don't get hurt, can't find anything. When will I learn? I push it down, push it down. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird in the night. Feel my tears as it flies. Let's get into it. So the first comment says, I sing well when I sing in a soft voice, but when I project everything just falls apart, and I guess I never tried because I never wanted to sound bad, but I'm trying. I want to be able to belt one day. Same here, girl. There are videos out there that kind of explain the art of belting. I like to sing in a soft voice. I don't really like to sing very loud. I feel like that doesn't fit my style very well. However, ever since I learned how to actually breathe through my diaphragm, it has been a little bit easier to sing louder. My advice on that one would be to practice breathing through your diaphragm and also being able to hold a note for a longer period of time. So instead of breathing and having your shoulders raised like this, you want to breathe and have your stomach expand. Let me show you something super unflattering real quick. So instead of breathing and having your shoulders raised, you want to, and it's not gonna look the most flattering, but you know, when you're singing, you don't want to look flattering, you want to sound flattering. So I highly encourage you, if you're having trouble being loud when you sing, to just focus on diaphragm breathing and exercises to attain a note longer, like the one where you breathe in through your diaphragm, where you go, you run out of breath and then you immediately start again. Do that like 5 times in a row, but also don't feel like you're gonna pass out. So someone else said, just need to train your hearing. And I wanted to include this one even though it's not necessarily someone who needs advice, they're just giving me advice. I've been watching videos on ear training ever since I found out it was a thing. I think it's actually helped quite a bit. I feel like it's easier for me to match a note now. Look up a video, they'll explain to you how to do it, and even if you don't know the name of the note, you can always just point. Since I do happen to have access to a keyboard, what I like to do is I like to close my eyes and press on a random key on the keyboard and really listen to it, kind of match the note, and then see if I can guess which note it is or where on the piano. Someone else says, pitch is easy for me, but I have problems with singing high notes. Girl, I have the opposite problem, except I do kind of struggle with high notes sometimes. Really focus on doing scales and extending your range. If you're trying to like go an octave higher, than what your range is, your voice is going to crack. You're not going to be as confident going into it because you kind of know that your body can't attain that note. So your voice is going to clench up, everything's going to be all tense. Really focus on extending your range, doing warm-ups that will help get you to go a little bit higher. So some days if I'm singing and I'm not reaching notes that I know I can normally hit and not struggle to get, what I'll do is I'll kind of take a pause, get some lukewarm water. I don't get like scalding hot water, but you definitely don't want cold. I'll drink that. I'll do some lip rolls, like really gently, just. My absolute favorite thing to do is when I'm having a rough time hitting high notes is do the vocal fry, ascend with it. So you go until your voice, like until it's not natural anymore. If it hurts to do that, don't just, you know, take it easy. The whole point of taking a step back when you're not having a good singing day and you can't reach high notes is to baby your voice a little bit. Maybe she's having a rough time. Maybe she just needs some love and care. Don't come at her with a jackhammer and be like, ah, la, 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 la. Just gently, or maybe you want to start higher, so you go, ah. If you can't be fluid with your vocal fry, just keep it stagnant, just one spot, just I've heard tea is really nice, lubricates the throat. But yeah, as far as just not being able to get the note at all completely, practice range, do your scales, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Jacob's Academy, my favorite go-to YouTube channel for so many different warm-ups, exercises, etc. My issue is in my head I sound good, but like when I record myself I sound weird. What do I do? When I was younger, I wanted to hear what I sounded like what my voice sounded like, and this guy said to take a binder or anything that's going to block off the sound. I'm bougie, so I'm gonna take a laptop. Just want to take your flat surface, put it right here, and that kind of helps you to hear what you sound like, which might be a little jarring at first. But another thing that you could do is while you're singing, just cover one of your ears. La 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 la. I also struggled with that issue where I thought I sounded good and then I heard the recording and was like, who is she? I never want to hear that ever again. You probably don't sound as bad as you think you do either. Obviously, if you're in the wrong pitch and notes aren't being hit that are supposed to be hit, you can kind of tell. And if not, just practice ear training. Like I said, I'm guilty of not knowing when I've slipped pitch. Practice makes progress. My main problem with singing are probably 1, thinking I sound bad and someone's gonna hear me like really bad. And 2, my voice breaks a lot. I struggle with this when I try to sing really loud and really high because I haven't mastered the art of slipping from chest voice into head voice. So if your voice is breaking, you're probably trying to force it to hit a note that it's not comfortable with doing just yet. It's like when you purchase an oldie car, one that's kind of rusted, broke down, cannot drive yet. If you try to hit the gas pedal, nothing's gonna happen. Maybe it'll sputter, you know, but it won't go. You gotta put a lot of time and care into that car. You gotta, you know, polish it out, change out some parts, really put your time into it. And then before you know it, that car will be running. You'll be able to start it and you'll be able to go. You just gotta treat your voice like it is a really old car. You just gotta put in work and trust me, it will run. Your voice will go. You'll be able to hit those notes. You'll be able to sing to your heart's desire. You just gotta put in the work to be able to have the range that you want, be able to sing the notes that you want. As far as the you're scared someone's gonna hear you, I struggle with the same issue. And no matter how many times I will say, don't care what other people think, just sing, you want to get better, I always have to step over that mental hurdle that's telling me people are gonna care, people are gonna think you're terrible, they're gonna come up and say something to you, oh my gosh, you're awful, give up. If you're progressing and you're getting better, who's gonna be laughing in the end when you're able to belt it out on stage, singing like the king/queen that you are? Your family's sitting there like, I can't believe I really, you know, knocked them down like that, and they still succeeded. You still did that. That feeling would be a lot better than the feeling of defeat that someone said that you were bad. Anyone can sing, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of practice and actually wanting to be able to do it. So I believe in you. You got this. Forget everyone that tells you can't do it and that you suck and you're terrible. Live out your dream. So now I'm going to move on to some questions I got from Instagram. How many hours a day do you sing? P.S. I love every aspect of you. Thank you, Kyle. Lately, it depends. Roughly 0 to 0. I don't. I just don't sing when I'm not at home. I should probably do that though. But when I do, I'd say 40 minutes to an hour. When I'm really taking it seriously and I'm wanting to get better and stuff, I just watch a whole bunch of videos and warm-ups and exercises on the things that I'm struggling with. Do you have any advice on how to develop a natural vibrato? Vibrato is something that comes with a light touch. If you're going too hard on it, you can't do it. Like, ha, like I can't even, ah, it's so hard. Sound like a ghost, you know, ooh, except make it lighter, breathe through your diaphragm. Ooh. Obviously that's not how you want to make it sound when you're actually singing, but to kind of get that little flair that you need to be able to do it, you know, maybe you don't want to go for a ooh, you want to go for like a ah. That's like your first, that's like your stepping stones to vibrato, and then later on you'll be like ah. It'll come with time. That's probably honestly terrible advice, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. How did you start getting better at singing? I've been interested in singing since I had my One Direction phase when I was like 13. I remember laying on the floor recording myself singing. Which song was it? I can love you more than this. Just laying on the ground singing One Direction songs into my phone and then listening back and being like, that's what I sound like? I'm terrible. But I'd continue to do it anyways, and then here we are. It all started with that, and then from then on I just filmed myself singing all of the time and then being like, wow, I really don't like the way that that sounds. Maybe I should try tweaking it a little this way. Maybe I should try doing this with my voice, or this and this, blah 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 blah. Exercises you do. My favorite exercises are all the ones that Jacob's Academy offers. But my personal favorites are the sirens. There you go, yee, ah, except louder and, you know, longer. Lip rolls are also my favorite. Before I start doing lip rolls on a scale, I just don't try to go for any certain note, just let it come out, and then later I'll do the and all that fancy stuff. Why do I do this every time I do that? I'm one of those people who had a One Direction phase and now I'm into BTS. I don't know why that's a thing. Boy bands, am I right? How to sing with less vocal strain. If you're straining a lot to hit notes and they're not coming out properly, you probably have too much tension in your body. It's not about just releasing tension up top, it's about just releasing tension overall. Eric, I think that's what his name is, this channel right here, said that doing some exercises standing, and what you want to do is when you try to go for a high note, drop low, like just drop yourself down and then go high, because that'll keep you from scrunching everything up and then everything gets tight. Singing is like a whole body thing. It all works together to create that sound. Also, hunching your shoulders all the way up and then just dropping them, releasing that overall tension that you might have. Don't anticipate notes either. If you know that a high note is coming and one that you're very skeptical on singing, maybe don't hit it 100% of the time. Just be relaxed. Envision you singing in a straight line instead of an ascending line. So if you're singing, it's easier to go higher than, like you just start anticipating it and it gets really scary. It's like a roller coaster. Like you can literally anticipate the fall because you're going up so high. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. Thank you all so much for your support on all of my singing videos, honestly. I wish you the best on your singing journey. Just don't give up. I think that's the main thing. Even when it seems impossible and hard, like it'll be so worth it in the end, I promise. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!